This is the 9th year for Standard Chartered Bank Malaysia to be sponsoring the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. We believe in the power of marathons to bring people together from all walks of life, inspiring them to lead a healthy lifestyle while giving back to the community. Since 2013, Standard Chartered Foundation has sponsored 1.5 million ringgit towards helping others see.
One of the serious health issues affecting aged Malaysians is cataracts, which is a clouding of the human eye's natural lens. Left untreated, it can lead to vision loss and eventually blindness. 58% of blindness in Malaysia is attributed to cataracts. While cataracts can be treated, the lens required for the procedure is expensive, and not all Malaysians are able to afford the operation. Visual impairment diminishes an individual's quality of life and negatively impacts economic growth. With that, the Foundation decided to champion the cause with the Intraocular Lens Project in partnership with the Ministry of Health. Hey there, I'm Mark O'Dea, and this year I will run for a reason to help raise funds for the Standard Chartered Foundation in aid of restoring sight for underprivileged communities in Malaysia through intraocular lens replacement surgeries. Well, the reason why I am running the marathon is because I value my eyes a lot. I certainly would not want to be blind, and I wouldn't want to wish it on anyone else. So if you want to help me raise funds for the Standard Chartered Foundation and run for a reason, and we can all make a big difference.
Did you know that with just 220 ringgit, you can give the gift of sight back to an individual? Simply register for Run for a Reason under Standard Chartered KL Marathon. Choose Standard Chartered Foundation to make a difference.
Run for a Reason is a charity initiative of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. To find out more about the beneficiaries and how to participate, log in to www.kl-marathon.com. Running a marathon is a great personal accomplishment, but Run for a Reason is to race with a heart. See you at the start line.
When you're in pain, when you think you had enough.
LeBron wasn't looking to beat Reem Shahwa's playoff record. Plus, what's been Juve's secret weapon in the Champions League this season? And we'll tell you what Maria Sharapova has to do to play in Wimbledon.
Hello to all you sports fanatics. It's Reem and Swarna on Daily. May the 4th be with you.
The force was definitely with LeBron James, okay, Swarna? I mean, what can we say about LeBron that we haven't said already?
I know, right? He's kind of like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, right?
Or Tom Brady, a record breaker and history maker.
So today was just another day in the office for the King?
Kinda. Yeah.
The King was in need of 25 points to pass a certain Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most points in the playoffs, but he took his time getting started. Like 9 minutes in the first quarter, Kyrie Irving setting up his brother from another mother. LeBron would get 19 points in the first half alone, including this dagger from downtown. The Cavs take a 13-point lead over Toronto there. LeBron made 4 of 6 from beyond the arc as well, bringing his total to 15 so far, 5 more than what he did last season at this point. Now, just before he made history by overtaking the Hall of Famer deep in the 3rd queue, but His Royal Highness played down the whole thing.
Screen on the top.
I only took 14 shots tonight. That wouldn't be a natural score right there. I'm a guy who just try to play the game the right way. If I drive and another guy comes to me, then I know the numbers game. That means we have a 4-on-3 advantage. If I drive and I get past my guy, no one comes, I try to lay it up or dunk it or whatever I've been blessed with at that point in time. But I'm playing a lot of games inside the game when I'm playing. But I believe my best attribute is how much I care for my teammates and how much I want to see those guys succeed. And that comes from passing the ball. So I can put the ball in the hole a little bit.
LeBron is now 210 points shy of the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. If you do the math properly, that will require him to average at least 30 points in the next 7 games to break. So 2 more games here in the conference semis, another 4 more in the conference finals. Could we be seeing LeBron at the top of this list by the NBA Finals?
That battle as far as points.
Besides the loss, there was another sour note for the Raptors in Game 2 of this conference semis. Kyle Lowry picked up another injury, spraining his ankle after colliding with his own teammate. He would return to the game for a short while before deciding not to risk making it worse and calling it a day with 2 minutes left in the third Q. He closed out the night with 20 points, 5 helpers, and 30 minutes of action.
To the court, and Kyle.
It didn't look that great. I just wanted him to get up. He's a good friend of mine, well-respected guy in our league, and we never. No matter through our competition, you don't want anybody to get hurt throughout the playoffs or period. So, it was good to see him come back into the game, and I know he wasn't able to finish the game. Probably just, start his treatment early to probably get ready for Game 3. So
the look on DeMar DeRozan's face said it all. It's the 5th time Cleveland have blown out the Raptors in the playoffs with an average of at least 24 points. But Kyrie was not about to let his guard down.
We understand it's going to be tough, but we all understand that we are a different team as well. Last year, I don't think we had the right mindset going into Toronto for Game 3 and 4. They really handed it to us, got the crowd involved, and it was just really loud in there. And for us, we just got to maintain our focus, maintain our wits about us, and we'll be fine. But we understand it's not going to be easy. Those guys are going to be ready to play, especially on the home floor. As you can see throughout the playoffs, when the home team is at home, it becomes different. So, the focus level's got to be even higher.
In the process, the Cavs also recorded their most points in a playoff in franchise history, improving on the 124 points they scored against Boston 6 seasons ago. Unfortunately, they would go on to lose that conference semis 4 games to 2, something head coach Tyronn Lue is hoping his team will be able to avoid repeating their mistakes from the past.
Valanciunas got it going a little bit in the first half, and that's the result of us blitzing DeRozan and blitzing Kyle, and they got some shots. But when you're going to take away some players and take away some things, you're going to give up something. And but I thought our guys did a great job of just sticking with the game plan. Halftime we made an adjustment, and was able to capitalize on that. So we know he's a great player, and we just don't want to let him get comfortable and get rolling.
Is there anything you could take from what happened last year? How do you keep that from coming back here 2-2 again after?
Well, I addressed it in the locker room after the game. We was in the same position last year. Last year we won both of those games by combined 50 points, the way we did again, this year. And we can't take this team lightly. They're a good team, and we know that. They're a dangerous team, and they have, 2 guys in Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan that can really hurt you, and we understand that. So, we got to go to Toronto with a mindset that this is a business trip. We got to be serious. We got to take these guys serious, and these 2 games are over. We did what we were supposed to do. We won our 2 games at home, and now we got to go on the road with the same mentality.
Just hours apart in Monaco, the semi-final stage of the Champions League took place in Stade Louis II, pitting the free-flowing offense of the team from the Principality versus the Wall of Turin. In what looked like a classic European encounter, a certain South American took all the headlines. And no, I'm not talking about Paulo Dybala, nor am I referring to Radamel Falcao. I'm speaking about Juventus' record signing Gonzalo Higuain and, of course, his Wall of Turin. The Argentina international didn't have the best of starts, though. He had a slippery start, in fact. Credit to him, though, because Higuain kept trying to get the ball rolling, but nothing seemed to go his way just yet. On the other end, Gianluigi Buffon had some work to do. Kylian Mbappe's header gave him his first test, and the Wonder Kid came up with yet another effort on goal, and Buffon passed with flying colors. Meanwhile, at the other end,
Alves. Now Gonzalo Higuain, who puts the ball back Alves' way. Here's Higuain, clinical. He's got a long way to go to reach those Juventus fans.
The home side was stunned as Higuain celebrated his first goal in the Champions League knockout stage after 24 attempts. The home fans looked for a response, and Bernardo Silva tried to inspire his side, but nothing was going to stop the old lady of Turin tonight.
Holds off Dybala. He's got Dani Alves to deal with now. One too many. Dybala. Higuain calls for it. Pjanic is arriving as well. There's Higuain, who slides Juventus into such a strong position. They're close to winning the first leg. They're one huge step closer to winning the tie and reaching the final.
Sono contento di quello che hanno fatto i ragazzi, e di Buffon non è che bisognava aspettare stasera per vedere che parava. Gigi è il numero 1 ancora al mondo, e soprattutto quando ci sono le partite serie fa queste prestazioni, come l'aveva fatta col Barcellona, e come le fanno i grandissimi giocatori quando ci sono questi tipi di partite. Higuain ha fatto 2 gol belli. Il primo tempo è stata un'azione, il primo gol è stata veramente una bellissima azione, e il secondo poi Dani Alves è stata una palla straordinaria, lui è stato molto bravo a metterla dentro, e sono contento, così almeno non si dice più che Higuain in Champions non segna. Stasera ha fatto 2 gol veramente importanti.
Complementing Juventus' 6th consecutive clean sheets in the Champions League, they also have the best defense in the entire competition, conceding less than a goal per game, nearly half as little as their closest rival, Denmark's Copenhagen. On the subject of defending, here's Steve McMahon with a little something on the art.
There's an art in defending, and Juventus showed everybody how to win games.
Yeah.
And not ugly neither, because when they defended very well, they actually broke, and they had some ability. And it takes some doing that week in, week out, day in, day out on a training ground, how to defend, discipline.
Yeah.
It's regimental. So I think teams can take a leaf out of Juventus' book, especially your Man Cities of this world, Liverpool's of this world. You can't always attack. You've got to make sure that you defend well, and that is an art.
Yeah.
And it was great to see. It really was.
Now, it's hard to think that even with Monaco's goal-scoring record, they failed to beat Juventus' resistance at home.
The wall of Turin is quite steady after all, but I can't help but wonder, when's the last time Monaco failed to score at home in any competition?
Well, Swarna, don't we always have the answers, especially on Thursdays? I guess it's time for Trivia Thursday. So here's your question for today. When was the last time Monaco failed to score at the Stade Louis II across all competitions?
You know, after scoring 146 goals in all competitions this season, I wonder if they've ever failed to score at home this season alone.
Well, you have to wait until the end of the show to find out. Okay, we're off for a quick break, and when we return, what Maria Sharapova has to do to play at Wimbledon.
Also, what Jose Mourinho really plans to do against Celta Vigo in the Europa League semis.
Oh, what a superb run. And he finds the back of the net. What an extraordinary day he has had.
Got to score. Got to score. No excuses.
How unlucky can you get? There is no such thing as perfect. It had controversy, it had goals. That is football's 7th heaven.
Fans are very important for us. Thank you for the support and keep going.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by MyEG, your e-government service provider. Wanda Coffee. Try the new Wanda Extra Presso. And Brickfield's Asia College, the fastest and smartest way.
The Prudential Astro Masters celebrates 20 years of golfing excellence and is back to challenge golfers on the best courses with great goodies plus awesome prizes in all par 3s, including a Mazda 6 valued at 216,000 ringgit. The grand finals takes place in MUSCAT, Oman. so don't miss out. This could be your year.
This May, don't miss the season premiere of American Ninja Warrior.
The crowd going wild.
Along with the mega season finales.
We think she's being framed. I'm going to put you in the ground.
Who are you going to call? Douchebusters.
These guys are wasting no time in the race.
Go. Great. Let's roll.
Enjoy every action-packed moment this May, all here on AXN.
You are back on Daily with LaMarcus Aldridge seeking advice from Tim Duncan after only managing 4 points in Game 1's loss to Houston, and it proved fruitful early on in Game 2. Aldridge showing who's boss from in the paint. A much improved man. He came up with 15 points on the night, including this J over here to his teammates' delight.
Not waiting for the double team to crescendo.
Not knowing what hit them, Houston tried to fight their way back in the game. James Harden finding Eric Gordon for the three. Moving on to the second cue now, regular season MVP candidate Kawhi Leonard got hot. So hot that he came out with 20 points in the first half alone, driving in for the basket, which seemed like a trademark for the 25-year-old. One more hook shot and the crowd was just eating out of his hand. Mike D'Antoni and the Beard had absolutely no answers. But it wasn't all smooth sailing though, because Tony Parker injured his knee and was forced to leave the game. You can tell just how serious his injury was from his teammates' expression there. One more downtown special from Kawhi to seal the win, tying the series at 1 apiece.
Tonight was a test for us to see where we're going to come prepared, mentally ready. And, you know, we did a great job defensively. That's why we won the game tonight.
34 points, 8 assists from you. How did you rally your team to have such a different performance than in Game 1 tonight?
We were focused. You know, we wanted to take care of home court. We lost by 30 points last game, and we didn't want to disappoint the fans.
You took your biggest lead of the game when Tony Parker left the court with the left leg injury. What does that tell you about this team, and did you rally around your brother?
I just hope he's okay, because we're going to need him in the next game. So I'm not really focused about that. I just want him to be better for next game so he can play.
More live NBA playoffs coming your way. Boston, who lead the series 2-0, will be looking to extend their lead when they travel to the capital. That is happening at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And don't worry if you miss it, because Amanda and Nadia will have the highlights for you in the evening.
Well, the Yankees have to deal with an early
Switching gears for a bit to Major League Baseball, the New York Yankees are looking to win this series over the Blue Jays. Steve Pearce made life difficult in the first inning. That 3-run homer gave Toronto a 4-0 lead. Luckily, Matt Holliday cut the deficit with his own 3-run homer, sending his 300th career home run out of the ballpark. 1-point game now, and into the third inning here, Aaron Judge with a 2-run homer, his 13th of the season. It's an MLB record, by the way. The Yankees keep that gap to just 1. Chris Cotta would help the team from the Big Apple tie things by the 7th inning. And Didi Gregorius eventually gave New York Yankees the lead with this go-ahead run, before an RBI walk by Aaron Hicks made it 8-6 in favor of the Yankees, who win their second of the series.
Carter comes down from third. He'll score. It's an RBI for him.
Now, there's not been any official word yet on whether Maria Sharapova will feature at Wimbledon. The Russian can choose to qualify like everyone else, but she will need to improve on her current ranking of 262nd in the world to do so. Or she can apply for a wildcard entry into the tournament she won back in 2004. And with the absence of 7-time champ Serena Williams this year because she's having a baby, does the tournament need Sharapova more than she needs it?
Wimbledon is a very strong event, and we're looking forward to having a very successful and very interesting tournament. We'll wait and see whether Maria applies for a wild card, and if so, we'll consider her case alongside everybody else's.
I think that the key factor is results over the next couple of weeks and whether there is an application or a need for a wild card.
Whether Sharapova makes it into this year's tournament, the winner of Wimbledon will be set for a much bigger payout in prize money.
Back in 2011, our prize money was 14.6 million. This year it's 31.6 million. For the winner of the tournament, be it a man or a woman, back in 2011, it was 1.1 million, and the maths are very easy. So this year it's 2.2 million, so there's been a precise doubling of the winner's prize money over the last 6 years.
Now, Sharapova's record in Wimbledon is not as impressive as you'd think. Since winning the title 13 years ago, she's only made it to the finals once. That was 6 years ago. She, however, fell at the final hurdle to Petra Kvitova. Sticking with tennis, defending champion at the Astro Open, Nicolas Almagro sailed through to the next round without a hitch. He stowed Gustavo Elias the exit in straight sets, booking a rematch of last year's finals with Pablo Carreño Busta. The top seed in this year's competition was dragged to 2 tie breaks in the second round. That was against Tommy Robredo, an opponent he has never beaten in 3 previous meetings. This time around, the world number 287 didn't stand a chance, closing out the win in a little less than 2 hours. It is Carreño Busta's consecutive quarterfinals since crashing out in the second round of the tournament back in 2014. Also through with a ticket to the last 8 was Richard Gasquet. The second seed defeated Carlos Berlocq in straight sets to set up a meeting with Kevin Anderson next. The Frenchman last met Berlocq in this year's Aussie Open and can improve on his 4 previous wins against the world number 64. Now we're only halfway through daily, still ahead. How Lyon suffered the heaviest defeat by a French team in Europe. Also on the cards, we look ahead to the other Europa League semi-final first leg. You know, the one that's not been played yet. We've got Jose Mourinho telling us why he really wants to win the Europa League this season. And have you got the answer to Trivia Thursday yet? We will reveal all when we return on Daily, so stay tuned.
Wait, come back. This is not a commercial. It's not a commercial. Actually, it is lah. It's more than that, though. As a consumer, we always want extra perks for everything we buy. Waterproof one on this phone. Wow, slow-mo shot. Wow. You guys are serious about a demo. In most loyalty programs, when you purchase something, they reward you with either cash or points. But at Sen Heng, for every item you purchase, you get both cash and points. Double rewards. Shock, right? Oh, yo! It's the Samsung SUHD Curve TV. Hey, this TV waterproof one.
Say hello to more new routes. Malindo Air invites you to adventure away in Brisbane. Wander into the seaport city of Yangon. And hustle away in Guangzhou, China's 3rd largest city. Premium service inclusive of meals, in-flight entertainment, and 30 kg baggage allowance. Book now at malindoair.com.
Lensa Athlete Sukan C 2017. Mereka bakal berjuang atas nama negara. Ikuti persiapan atlet-atlet negara dalam misi mereka untuk meraih kejayaan di Sukan C Kuala Lumpur 2017.
Sokongan anda pembakar semangat kami.
Ayo bangkit bersama.
Kita juara dalam Lensa Athlete Sukan C 2017 di Astro Arena dan HD.
People need saving.
Why are you all smiling like crazy people?
We all make our choices.
I need you. Let's take this journey together.
It's all about the power of suggestion.
Welcome back to Daily. If you missed out on the start of the show today, you're in luck because we're recapping our top story. In the NBA Conference semifinal, LeBron James led his Cavs to a 125-103 rout over the Toronto Raptors. In the process, the King also surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most points in the playoffs.
France squaring up and becoming...
That's the onus for Monaco. In all 4 of their knockout phase games so far, they have scored 3 goals. Gonzalo Higuain, who puts the ball back Alves' way. Here's Higuain, clinical. He's got a long way to go to reach those Juventus fans, but he's covered the ground better than he's covered it all night. Higuain calls for it, Pjanic is arriving as well. There's Higuain, who slid Juventus into such a strong position. They're one huge step closer to winning the tie and reaching the final.
Well, 2 fantastic goals from Higuain. What a fantastic bit of play from Alves to find his striker.
European football.
That's big mouth Alexandre Lacazette benched for his transfer demands, we think. So no forwards for Lyon, which means lack of goals, but not for Ajax. 25 minutes in, a free kick from Hakim Ziyech. We're just not sure if it hit anyone going in, but Bertrand Traoré celebrates the goal anyway. Traoré was involved in the next one too, heading the ball towards Kasper Dolberg. The 19-year-old slammed in his 20th of the season. Louis van Gaal in the stands there does not look happy though. Probably wanted his old position back at Ajax. Back on the pitch now, Amin Younes cleverly beats the goalie, who then gets his defender to clear it from the line. But the ref lets the goal stand, handing the home side a 3-goal advantage. Lyon pulled one vital away goal back, prompting Ajax to respond. This time, a Chelsea loanee restores their 3-goal cushion, heading to the second leg. Not bad for the first Dutch club to the semi since 2005, right?
Well, reaching the semi-finals was 20 years ago, so I think it was already a big achievement to reach the semi-finals. But for me, it's also important the way we reach those semi-finals. It's not by some defensive football. We have our own style, which suits with Ajax, which suits with the Dutch way of playing. And well, we try to combine winning with attractive football for the fans. And not always, but sometimes we succeed.
In the last 20 years, 2 French clubs have been involved in heavy defeats in the semi-stage of Europe, Lyon and Monaco. Prior to the result this morning, Les Gaunes found themselves down by 3 goals back in 2010. They went on to lose to Bayern that season. So you could say they were gone that time. Get it? Get it? And history could repeat itself again by next week. The other team hoping to do an Ajax in their first leg semis are the Red Devils, and with Chris Smalling, Paul Pogba, Eric Bailly and Phil Jones returning from injury, why not?
Celta, for some reason, is here. It's so simple as that. You know, to in a competition with so many teams, in a competition with very good balance. Almost every team in the knockout phase was teams of the same level. They managed to be in the semi-final. I think it says everything.
United are currently undefeated in 5 straight away matches, but with a visit to the Emirates just 3 days after playing Celta, what were Mourinho's plans in keeping his team motivated?
I know that it's the only competition that Manchester United as a club never won it, and it would be great to close the circle and say we are a club that won every single competition in the football world. Thinking about us as a team, I think would be a good achievement with so many problems we had, and would allow us to be back to Champions League next season. So we have to try.
Celta Vigo versus United is live in the early hours of Friday morning. It is the first ever meeting between both teams, so tune in to Super Sport 3 for every minute of the action. Or you can just catch Amanda and Nadia on Daily at 7 p.m. for highlights of this match. Time to reveal the answer to Trivia Thursday.
The last time Monaco failed to score at home was way back in November 2015 against Anderlecht.
And guess what? It was also a 2-0 defeat. Talk about deja vu, right, Reem?
It was also the last time they hosted an European encounter at home that season.
Will history repeat itself this season?
I guess only time will tell. But also, as they say, anything can happen in football, right? Monaco could stage a comeback away. I mean, sports in general, absolutely nothing is predictable.
Yeah, but I'm predicting a comeback of sorts for Washington. It's Game 3 versus Boston, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, live on channel 817 and 836 in HD.
Really, Swarna? Well, I guess you guys can watch this space to see if her prediction comes true.
Same time and place tomorrow at 7 p.m. Different host, though. Don't miss us. Goodbye.
Bye.